It is Monday, February 1. Welcome to CGN News. A 5.7 magnitude earthquake was felt in parts of Guyana on Sunday. The country's Civil Defense Commission, the CDC, said it received reports of an earthquake of shallow depth of 10 kilometers with an epicenter near the border with Brazil. The CDC says shallow earthquakes are felt more strongly than deeper ones as they are closer to the surface. The Regional Emergency Operations Center said there were no reports of losses or damage. The CDC will continue to monitor the event and provide updates as the information becomes available. Reports out of Haiti are that health officials are monitoring the emergence of an infectious skin disease similar to scabies. The Ministry of Health says the disease has been affecting residents of communities in the west of the country since last week. Mobile clinics have been deployed to the areas and an awareness and information campaign is underway. Scabies is an itchy skin condition caused by a tiny burrowing mite called Sarcoptes scabi. Scabies is contagious and can spread quickly through close physical contact. A report on Latin America and the Caribbean has revealed that Jamaica now has the region's highest homicide rate at 46.5 per 100,000 people. Insight Crime's 2020 Homicide Roundup, released last Friday, shows that the island beat out Venezuela by just under 1 percentage point to earn the unflattering distinction. Honduras followed with 37.6, Trinidad and Tobago with 28.2, and Mexico 27. The report noted that United Nations considers any homicide rate of 10 per 100,000 citizens or above to be an epidemic. Jamaica recorded killings of 1,301 in 2020. The police in Jamaica theorize that a contract killing arising from a domestic dispute triggered the shooting death of a worshipper in church on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 50-year-old bank employee Andrea Lowe Garwood of Trelawney. Police theorize that the murder was part of a conspiracy by family members over wealth from Lowe Garwood's late husband, triggering a series of death threats for months. 3 persons of interest have been taken into custody and the vehicle which reportedly transported the gunman has been seized. Reports are that during the praise and worship segment, the gunman, who had been posing as a worshipper, fired shots at Lowe Garwood, who was seated in front of him. The attacker reportedly escaped in a waiting vehicle. Lowe Garwood was taken to hospital, where she was pronounced dead. As Barbados goes into its second lockdown in 9 months, citizens are being urged to use coping mechanisms to get through this period of restricted movement set to start on Wednesday. Consultant psychiatrist with the Ministry of Health, Dr. Joy Su, says that based on evidence from the last shutdown in March, cases of depression could spike. She explained that the idea is to maintain some semblance of normalcy during the period, especially in households with children. She assured Barbadians that the Ministry of Health would maintain its mental health service and noted that exercise and the ability to express one's emotions were vital. Overseas now, New York Attorney General Letitia James has vowed to fight alongside the new Joe Biden administration to stop deportations to the Caribbean and other places. On Tuesday, a U.S. federal judge in Texas issued a temporary restraining order that blocked President Biden's plan to pause the deportation of undocumented Caribbean and other immigrants. Quote, "As we continue to reel from a public health crisis that has affected every corner of this country, the last thing we should be doing is moving to deport more immigrants," end quote, James told the CMC. On day 1 of the Biden administration, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security ordered a moratorium on the deportation of undocumented immigrants for 100 days. Cities on the east coast of the United States, including New York and Boston, are bracing for up to 60 centimeters, 20 inches of snow as a major winter storm approaches. Wind gusts of up to 50 miles per hour are forecast for several days, creating blinding, blowing snow. The National Weather Service says snow was expected to begin late Sunday night in parts of Pennsylvania, New York State, and New England. New York City has declared a state of emergency. Schools will be closed and coronavirus vaccinations rescheduled. About three-quarters of flights into John F. Kennedy Airport have been cancelled. Myanmar's military has seized power after detaining civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi and other senior members of her governing party. All authority has been given to the top army commander, and a one-year state of emergency has been declared, a statement on military TV said. The coup follows a landslide win by Ms. Suu Kyi's party in an election which the army claims was marred by fraud. She urged her supporters to, quote, not accept this, end quote, and protest against the coup. In a letter written in preparation for her impending detention, she said the military's actions put the country back under dictatorship. Barcelona will take legal action against the Spanish newspaper El Mundo after it published details of Lionel Messi's current contract, which it says is worth up to $674 million over 4 years. The club also insisted on Sunday that they were not responsible for the leak, which it defined as a, quote, private document governed by the principle of confidentiality between the parties, end quote. The club, however, did not deny the details of the report. El Mundo says the deal signed by football star Messi in 2017 is the, quote, largest in the history of the sport, end quote, and that it had contributed to the club's recent financial troubles. And finally, Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford said he was subjected to humanity and social media at its worst after receiving racist abuse on Saturday. The 22-year-old, who was awarded the MBE for his work fighting child food poverty, received racist messages on Instagram on Saturday. They were sent after United's 0-0 draw with Arsenal. Quote, I am a black man and I live every day proud that I am. No one comment is going to make me feel any different, end quote, he said on Twitter. In a statement on Sunday, Greater Manchester Police said it was aware of the incidents and would be investigating these crimes thoroughly. Facebook, which owns Instagram, also released a statement after Rashford's abuse. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.